Count it in from 3.
T minus 1,999. 998. You ready?
Yep.
999. It's coming faster than you think.
You went back up, huh?
Oh, I did? Fuck.
I was like, oh, no.
I can't multitask.
Hello, and welcome to the Royds Review Podcast. I'm Rob.
And I'm Randy.
Nope, let's try that again. I'm Rob.
Okay. And I'm Yandy.
Oh, you know what? Close enough. And we are the Royds, here to talk about The Cabin in the Woods from 2011. Andy, I know we've seen this because we saw this in theaters together.
That's true.
Now, I love this movie.
I also love this movie. Do you think of this as a horror movie? Because I do not.
No, it's a comedy.
Yeah.
I think this is a straight comedy. I mean, you could say horror comedy, but there's really no horror aspects to it.
I think there's some horror when they get to like the rooms.
Yes.
But we'll get into it. Now, that being said, I feel like I know your answer. Did this spook your drawers off?
No, this is not spook my drawers off, which is disappointing because this is spook your drawers off October.
That's true.
Yeah.
My drawers are they're still on.
My drawers
honestly,
remained on.
We haven't seen any real spook daddy movies.
Now, I'm gonna be honest, my drawers were on, but there was a scene about like a half an hour into the movie where they were coming off, you know what I mean?
Is it the boobies, Ronnie?
Oh,
he's French.
I'm so horny it's on the French.
Shit.
That's what happens.
Yeah, they frog's legs.
I stick the frog legs on my noose.
The baguette.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Albert. Comment tu t'appelles, toi, son cheval? I just asked if you're a horse.
Oh, no, I'm not.
That's one of the first sentences. If you do Duolingo in like French, one of the first sentences they teach you is "Tu es un cheval?" Which, are you a horse? And I'm like, I can never imagine a situation of me going to France and being like, "Are you a horse?"
Maybe that's like a normal thing in France. Hey, if you're French, email us in. Is that normal?
Is that
ask
normal?
If you're a horse?
I mean, I guess it's better because you can't walk up to anyone now and go be like, "Are you a man?"
That's true.
That's pretty offensive.
This movie was directed by Drew Goddard.
And executive produced by known all-around good guy, a real cag, Joss Whedon.
Yep. Joshua Whedon.
Is his full name Joshua or is it Joss?
I think it's Joss. I was just being a silly boy.
Just being a silly Billy.
Yep.
But we went over this. Your name's Andy.
Actually, today it's Randy.
Oh. No, we went with Yandy, I think.
That's right, we went Yandy. That's a little inside joke. You got a friend that he'll be like, "Hey, Yandy," and then we started calling me Yandy because he like the hey and the Andy kind of connected. It's kind of hard with the name Andy because like a lot of the times I'll introduce myself like, "Hey, I'm Andy," and for some reason some people are like, "Mandy," and I'm like, yeah, my name's Mandy.
My parents just wanted to make sure everyone knew I was a man, so they named me Mandy.
My full name is Mandible.
The doctor's like, "We are not putting this on the birth certificate, sir." Well, Mandible. We'll call him Mandy.
Look at that fucking chin, though. Look at that thing.
With the chin and the red beard, you're the Crimson Chin.
Here comes the Crimson Chin. Clef the Boy Chin Wonder. That show was fun.
That show was great. Fairly Odd Parents.
Drew Goddard is involved in a lot more things than I thought he was. So he's known for writing for Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Angel, Alias, and Lost. So, like Joss Whedon, a lot of Joss Whedon stuff.
Yeah.
I think Lost is J.J. Abrams, right?
I think so.
And maybe Alias, too. I don't remember. I don't know. But he wrote Cloverfield.
Cloverfield's a great film.
It is a great film. He wrote World War Z, a movie I've not seen.
I have not either.
But it's got Bradula Pitt.
Yep. Bradula.
Yep. He also wrote The Martian, which I have also not seen, but like everybody loves that movie.
Like Marvin the Martian?
Yep.
Of course you know this means war.
Nice.
Matt Damon is Marvin the Martian. Hey, I'll get that Bugs Bunny over here. I don't know.
Nice.
That was a bad attempt at a Boston accent because I didn't quite know where I was going with that because I was trying to do Boston and Marvin the Martian.
No, that's hard. That's hard.
And it came out speech impediment.
Well, he also wrote and directed several episodes of The Good Place, and here's the one that got me. He did the Netflix series Daredevil, which is excellent.
Okay, I actually just started watching that.
Excellent.
I think it's pronounced excellent.
It's actually excellent, but there's really no like egg pun here, so it's just weird.
That is weird. I don't think you know what a pun is.
You are correct. Is it candy?
Yep.
Oh.
Yep. A pun is candy. That's why a big pun is big candy.
Yep.
That's talking about his dick. Big candy.
Nice. So, well, in regards to Daredevil, season 1, excellent. Season 2, excellent until like halfway through, and then it's like, what's going on again? And then third season, also excellent.
All right, well, good to know because I'm making my way through it. Making my way through Daredevil, watching shows, hope he doesn't die. Nice.
Wow.
And he can't see.
And he punched me.
Nice.
Also, Charlie Cox, I feel like he's not getting a lot of credit for doing crazy fight scenes with a fucking blindfold on.
Yeah.
It's incredible. It's incredible.
While also hiding a British accent.
Yeah.
Oi, I'm Daredevil.
And like he takes the thing off, and like my wife was like, he's not blind in real life. I was like, no, he's not fucking blind. No, he's not blind.
And she said, well, I'm not watching this show anymore. Appropriation.
Yeah. No, she loved Daredevil as well. We both love Daredevil. There. I said it.
Nice. So The Cabin in the Woods, I think this is our 4th or 5th Chris Hemsworth movie.
4th or 5th? Wait. Isn't it just the 3 or 4 Thor movies?
Well, we also did our bonus pod on Thor.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that's right.
So Chris Hemsworth's got to be up there with Papa Goldblum.
When we listed the Papa Goldblum movies we did last time, we forgot Thor Ragnarok. So we've done how many movies?
Thor Ragdoll Cock.
Yep. Thor Ragdoll Cock.
But yeah, we're starring Kristen Connolly, Chris Hemsworth, Anna Hutchison, Fran Kanz as Marty. I just like the name Fran Kanz. Jesse Williams, and then, of course, Richard Jenkins and Bradley Whitford, who steal the show in this.
Yes.
They are so funny in this.
They're great. I had a joke about Ragdoll Cock.
Okay.
But I lost it. So what? I'm wasting your time. So I'm wasting your time is what I'm saying.
Andy wastes a little bit of time.
Something about asking you if you ever get your cock ragdolled.
Oh, yeah.
It's like
do it myself.
Like when you die in Halo, like the body just goes completely limp.
Oh, I was just going to say I treat mine with reckless abandon.
Okay. Well,
if I think I can fit it in there, I shove it in there.
Jeez-a-loo.
Electrical sockets, animals.
Oh boy.
That's really all I'm willing to say as a joke.
Okay. That's all he's willing to say. Like he didn't cross a line.
Which one? Electrical sockets?
Yeah. You're going to offend electricians out there.
Okay, well, you know what? We watched a movie where a chick makes out with a taxidermied wolf.
That's true.
So you know what? Maybe it's not so weird that I'm sticking it in animals.
Well, that's your favorite scene.
It is my favorite scene. Ooh. Furries awaken.
Nice. Unite. So movies that came out in the year of our Lord, Megazord.
Nice. The year of our Megazord. We can never forget.
2011. Oh.
No, you can just keep going.
I forget.
No, you're good. Keep talking.
All right. Limitless, starring Bradley Cooper.
Drive with Ryan Gosling. I've not seen Limitless.
Yeah. I heard Drive is very good, though. Real artsy-fartsy, cool guy stuff.
Yeah, I heard he's very quiet in it.
Yes. I got Bad Teacher, a movie that I did see, and I said, that's okay.
Okay. Puss in Boots.
Oh, shit.
We just wrapped up Shrek-tember. Maybe one day we got to come back for Puss in Boots.
Yeah, that's true. Captain America, the First Avenger. Whenever I think about the movie, I think about, it was okay. But I feel like people seem to love that movie. I feel like I got to go back and, check it out. So maybe for this podcast, we'll go back.
Yeah, I think the second Captain America is the best one.
I think that is also the consensus. Civil War was also very good.
Yes. We had the absolute classic Romeo and Juliet.
Of course. I think Elton John did all the music for that.
Did he really?
Yeah, I think DreamWorks was like, take all this money. This is going to be our next Shrek. And everybody said, Romeo and Juliet, fuck you. Rango. You ever see Rango?
Yes, I was about to say that too. I was about to say Rango Unchained.
Nice. Rango is a strange movie.
I liked it. I liked Rango.
I liked it too, but it's very strange.
Now, here's a fun fact. I actually watched Rango from a hospital bed.
Really?
Yeah, when I was very sick a few years ago. Right after it came out. Yeah, a lot of fun stuff here on the Royds Review podcast.
Yep.
Happy Feet 2 came out.
I never saw the second one.
The Cop Who Cried Werewolf. I'm sorry, The Pig Who Cried Werewolf.
Nice. Moneyball came out, starring Bradular. Is that what I called him before?
Something like that.
Bradular Pitt. Let's stick with that.
Sure.
Yeah, Thor also came out. So Thor and Captain America came out in the same year.
Absolutely, they did.
Only 2 months apart. That's crazy.
Wowza. The Muppets came out in 2011. The one with Jason Segel.
I haven't seen it.
It's good.
Yeah.
I'm also a Muppets fan, so.
Same, I dabble in Muppetry.
Do you really?
Yeah. Super 8. I saw Super 8 and I said, I don't fucking care. I don't fucking care about your nostalgia, J.J. Abrams. I don't fucking care about your shitty Steven Spielberg impression here. I don't care about any of this. I'm bored. Your movie's boring.
All right.
That's how I feel about Super 8.
Oh, this movie's perfect for, man, that movie was scary, October. Spooky Buddies. Came out in 2011 with all those little puppies. Spooky Buddies, it's just pit bulls ripping apart toddlers.
Oh my god, that is spooky.
It's like, oh my lord.
That's definitely the word I describe. That scenario is spooky. Bridesmaids came out. Massive hit.
I didn't like Bridesmaid.
I enjoyed it. I had a good time.
Your favorite film, Green Lantern, came out?
Oh, yeah, that's my boy.
Oh, we had 2 Barbie films come out in 2011. Barbie: A Fairy Secret and Barbie: Princess Charm School. Which one's your favorite?
I gotta go Charm School.
Yeah?
Yeah. You ever
I wasn't
see those
expecting an
movies?
answer. No.
They're very strange. They're really, it seems like they're written by an algorithm, which wouldn't surprise me. But they're weird. And they're I don't think they're good for kids either. They're really catty. And I'm I don't know if this is, should you guys be watching this? Should I be watching this? Why am I watching it?
You definitely shouldn't have. But I'm always nervous to watch. I always expect a Barbie film to be you turn it on and it's oh, why is this drawn like an anime where there's titties everywhere?
No, it's not like that. It's not like that. I mean, full disclosure, I work with children, so that's just in case anybody was like, why is he watching Barbie movies? Just from hearing you on this podcast, I don't think anyone was questioning it. That's true. I am a fucking weirdo. But when I used to work at a Best Buy, I used to work at putting out the movies. Every Tuesday was new release day. And there was a guy who would come in with a princess backpack and buy all the princess movies that came out. And like they'd come out like every week because like they're cheap and people buy them.
Turn those things out like butter.
Yeah, and this dude was very strange, and he smelled pretty awful. And I feel like he had a couple of, like, dead kids in his basement or something. Yeah, weird stuff.
Well, it's good to see you've met my uncle.
Oh.
Yeah.
The movie Paul came out, starring Seth Rogen and friends and Simon Pegg and friends.
Yep, where with an alien.
Yeah.
X-Men First Class came out.
That's a good movie.
Transformers Dark of the Moon, which is the stupidest name for a movie ever.
Contagion came out, which is scary. That's
Never
spooky.
seen it.
It's pretty much 2020, but like, I guess worse. It's rough stuff. Rough puff pastry.
So it's 2020 if the election went the other way.
Yeah. Yeah. Dolphin Tale came out. That's about a dolphin with a mechanical tail or some shit.
Or some shit. Oh, who fucking knows? It's about some abomination, some affront to our Zord and Savior.
Our Megazord and the Savior.
But most importantly, you know what else came out in 2011?
What is that?
The Cabin in the Woods.
That came out in 2011?
That's why we're listening to these movies, man.
No way.
Yeah. Crazy how that works.
Let's fucking talk about it.
You want to talk about The Cabin in the Woods?
Yeah, man.
That's why we're here. That is why we're here.
We just disclosed that.
So we open up. We have these cool cave paintings. I really like the opening. I totally forgotten about it because I hadn't seen this movie in so long. So that opening scene with the cave paintings was really cool. I just thought it looked really cool.
Yeah, and like at first it's like, what is this movie? And then it just cuts to the corporate office. And
right.
You're like, oh, okay.
Which is also another great mislead because you're like, what? You don't realize at first, like, oh, these are bad dudes.
Yeah, this is also a movie that, I feel like it requires multiple watches.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff you'll miss.
Like, and because I've seen this, I actually watched this relatively recently. I want to say like within the last 6 months, with my wife, because I was like, "You ever see this movie?" She was like, "No." I was like, "Oh shit! Well, you're in for a ride." And we watched it, and she was like, "Wow, that was like
you're in for a ride." And then you revealed a mustache.
Oh boy,
she's like, "I'm out."
He was like, "Shave that right now." I was like, "All right." Yeah, and she enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. It's a good movie. It's funny, and it's got twists and turns, and it's you know what? If I were to describe this movie in one word, it would be clever. This is just a very clever movie.
Because I just said the very opening is this great mislead. Because at the very beginning, when I first saw this, I thought Richard Jenkins and the other guy, whose name I'm blanking on right now, were one of those dudes, like parents, or one of the kids' parents. Bradley Whitford, that's his name.
Right, you would think that, but like these two stories are completely disconnected, and then they connect. Like you don't know who's the you character in the movie. Like in every horror movie, especially, there's a character that's like, that's the audience character. Like the audience is going to be living through that character while they watch it, right?
See, I think once they get to the cabin, I think the us character is Marty, the stoner.
Yes. But see, it's obviously the main girl, Dana.
Right.
It's Dana. And then you think for a second, okay, maybe it's the guy who flirts with Dana. Because like he pulls down the painting and he's like, am I a pervert? No, I'm not a pervert. So you're like, okay, this is a good guy. Maybe it's him. And then he gets he's DED.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, like, it's funny. Once he gets into the other room, he immediately just takes off his pants. He's like, I hope she's still watching. I hope she's still watching. I hope she's still watching. Yeah. And he goes, check out this hog, baby.
He is a pervert. He just doesn't like to watch. He likes his show.
I mean, that's the thing. At that point, it's on her if she hasn't just put the painting back up.
That's true. And then, like, she goes to put the painting back up, and she's like, That's horrifying. No,
Yeah, I'll
just
see
gonna
his
keep it
dick.
down.
I'll see
Yeah,
his
yeah.
fucking cock. I love when the friends are all meeting up before they go away. Marty pulls up and he's got the giant bong in his car.
Yeah.
Cops won't pull over a guy with a giant bong in his car. They fear him.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah. And then it's like it disguises as a coffee mug.
Yes,
Very
which
cool.
I want. I want that so bad.
Well, I'm calling the police.
It's legal where I live.
991.
Oh, thank God he doesn't know the number.
Hello, police. I'd like to order one large pepperoni pizza, please. Nobody answered.
I'm not surprised. You didn't dial a number.
I didn't even put a phone up to my head.
But what's great about the character Marty is they make it seem like, oh, he's the paranoid one because he's high.
Right.
Because the whole time he's like, I don't know. Like, this is fucking weird.
And then they drop the line like, oh, his weed is actually making him immune to all of our bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like they're drugging everybody essentially. Like they drugged the blonde girl through her hair dye.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like pumping gases in there to make them horny, make them dumb, like typical horror movie people. But it's not working on Marty because Marty's smoking a ganj.
Ooh. But I do like the scientists when they're watching them all in the cabin and they call Mordecai.
Yeah.
The guy at the end, and they're, am I on speakerphone?
Yeah. He calls them.
Yes,
yeah. Like,
yeah.
oh, this fucking guy.
No, man, no.
Yeah.
It's so good. Like, just Bradley Whitford and Richard Jenkins, they just play these guys who have just been working in an office job for so long that everything's a joke to them.
Yeah.
These dudes
They're
are
used to all this weird shit. Yeah.
These dudes are such 10 out of 10 character actors.
Oh yeah.
These
Hell
two guys, because Bradley Whitford, obviously, I think his most famous one was Billy Madison.
Yep. He's the bad guy in Billy Madison.
And Richard Jenkins, I think I know him best from Step Brothers.
Yeah, he's the dad in Step Brothers.
Yeah, he's the dad of Step Brothers at that. But you're a medical doctor. I know. That's what I told him.
Yeah. I always wanted to be a dinosaur. It's like that. You can't do that. But he's also like, I mean, they're both great dramatic actors as well.
Yeah.
Like, and when they're at the party celebrating, they think they won, and then the phone rings, they both give each other that look, and like you feel it too. You're like, oh shit.
Yeah, like something bad happened.
And that's the thing. Like,
up.
I don't think they're bad guys. They're just used to this, and they even say like when a terrible thing happens, they fucking pray. So like,
when someone dies, they pray over their soul and everything. I mean, that's the thing. What's great about this is there's really no villains in this movie.
Right. It's just people like trying to do what they think is right.
Well, by the end of the movie, you're on the side of Richard Jenkins and Bradley Whitford.
Yeah. I mean, I like that at the end, the question is like, do you sacrifice yourself to save the world? And Marty, not even for a fucking second, questions it. He's just like, no.
Yeah. I don't.
Yeah. He's like, well, if this is how we got to do it, no. And it's like, is that right? Probably not. But I respect that he didn't even fucking question it for a second.
Because it's also like, how do I know you're not lying?
Right. What if I'm just dying?
Where's Ashton Kutcher? Am I being punked?
Yeah. Yeah. It's a good movie, and it like I don't know if it raises like a real moral question because it's very situational. Like, will you die to save the whole world? Like, I don't know, man.
I don't think there's a moral question here.
No, but that's what he's being asked.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, he's just like, no, I wouldn't. Fuck you. And then like Dana is going to make the choice for him. And then like after she gets attacked, she's immediately just like, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I almost killed you. And it's like, and that's the thing. Like Marty, even from the beginning, this guy knows his friends. He loves his friends, and he knows something weird is going on. He's like, he even says like, I forget Chris Hemsworth character's name, but he's like, he's a sociology major.
Yeah.
He's graduated top of his class.
I've seen Kurt when he's drunk.
Yeah, he's like, why is he acting like this? And why is she so horny?
Yeah,
like, what's going on?
Well, yeah, she's like dancing, and she goes up and starts tongue kissing the taxidermied wolf head,
which she called a moose.
Yeah, yes. And she goes so hard, like she's tongue kissing this thing.
Yeah,
and
then she goes, thank you.
Yeah, she's turned on. So is Dana. Like they're both like turned on by this. I'm like, what are we doing? And then they go downstairs, and Marty goes, I dare you all to go back upstairs.
Yeah. and he's like, quit being a pussy. And even that, he's like, what? Why are you saying that to me? Like, that's not who you are.
Yeah. Real quick aside about the word pussy.
Yeah.
You know, when I was younger, and even up until recently, I never associated that with the female genitalia, the term pussy. Like if you called someone a pussy, I always thought you were calling someone a scaredy cat.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
That's just a little aside because we threw the word pussy out there. I just wanted to bring this to a screeching halt.
Yeah, that's cool.
Just to throw that out there.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm also of the I don't know, with the creed of with homes wide open.
Nice. Well, like with pussies wide open.
Nice. Like calling somebody a pussy is fine, and calling a man a bitch is fine. I've never called a woman a bitch, like to her face.
Oh, I have.
I feel like it's wrong.
It depends on the situation.
I've just never, like, it always felt like a mortal sin.
Yeah, but like if you walk in on a woman like stabbing a child, you can call her a bitch.
Yeah, but also I feel like if you like
find a woman like
doing,
like peeing on a tree or a fire hydrant, you can call her a bitch
because she's a female dog.
Yeah,
that's what you're saying. Nice. Yeah. That's good. That's good. But like I've always like I've always been like, if anyone, man, woman, or other,
let's not other people here, Andy.
Okay, man,
let's
woman.
Say non-binary.
There you go. I'm sorry. I'm still learning. So man, woman, non-binary.
All the horrible shit I say on this, and now I'm gonna get PC about it.
Well, man, woman, non-binary, anything like that. Like if somebody's being an asshole, just call them an asshole. So like I've called a woman an asshole to let them know this isn't about gender. I think you're being an asshole.
See, I just feel like bitch is just the female form of bastard.
Yeah, but like who throws around bastard?
You not don't like, because like like bastard is for like truly evil people. Like what a bastard.
Yeah, but also like if somebody called me a bastard, I'd be like, all right. I mean, if somebody called me a bitch, I'd also
that doesn't hurt me either. Yeah,
honestly, it's because we're white men. It's like what like somebody calls you anything. You know what it is? Racist. If somebody calls you racist, you're like, what the fuck?
It depends on what I did. Like, if I make a joke and someone says, hey, that's pretty racist, I'll be like, that's fair.
Yeah. But if you're like, I don't know, let's say you get their order wrong or something. Like you're working at a restaurant, like, I actually got this medium rare. You racist. You're like, I don't know about that.
When I was pitching in baseball years and years ago, the other team only had one black kid on it. And so I was pitching, and I accidentally hit the kid with like a curveball or something. Like
racist.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I didn't want to look like a racist. So the next guy who got up, this white kid, I geared up and threw as hard as I could right at his fucking ribs.
He's dead.
Just to be like, I'm not racist. See, I hit them both. And the umpire's like, you're out of the game. Yeah. That second one was intentional. Like, and no one thought of it because I hit him with a curveball. Like, it was like, it was very soft, like blue, like, okay, take your ace. And I was like, oh no. It's just signs of internalizing thing. I internalize things not wanting to be called racist. Like the other day I was on my way home from work and I saw this guy and I like moved out of the way to like avoid him. And I was like, oh shit, was that racist? But then I realized like I was driving and he was walking. Like it would have been racist if I hit him.
Yeah. Well,
so I did the right thing by not hitting him.
I think racism lies in the intent. Like if you hit him by accident, you're not being racist. If you hit him because he was black, then that's racist.
Oh, well, obviously. But like it's just funny how like you internalize things. Like I swerved very slightly to like avoid like getting too close while I was driving. And I was like, oh no, is that racist? And I was like, I'm driving a car.
Yeah.
I was like, I would have hit that man. That's not racist.
No, it's so what we're saying is it's hard being a straight white man.
No one has it harder.
Yep.
Welcome to the Joe Rogan podcast.
Yep.
Real quick, thank you so much for listening. If you want to send us some feedback, send us an email at roydsreview@gmail.com. That's ROYDSREVUE@gmail.com.
You could also find our music on Spotify, iTunes, wherever you get your music by searching The Royds. That's ROYDS. We have 2 albums and a Christmas song. Hope you like it. So Chris Hemsworth, American accent. What do you think?
Fine.
I thought it was all over the place.
It was, but he was the least I feel like he didn't have a lot of lines in this.
No, he didn't. Not that weren't like, yeah, you're right. And when he, like in the first scene, he like looks out the window and he says, "Nice."
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, what part of America is that? Nice, mate. You can't.
I mean, this dude's making some bank right here. I wonder, like, it's funny he's in this and then he's in Thor. Like, seeing him in this and Thor in the same year is just wild.
Yeah, dude is crushing it. It's weird to see him not gigantic.
Yeah. I mean, listen,
looks like a regular
he's still
dude.
got cum gutters, but
Gutters, Jesus Christ.
look at it, he's still in fame. Listen, okay, you'd still fuck Chris Hemsworth in this movie.
I would.
Absolutely. If Chris Hemsworth was like, "Hi mate, can I pack you fudge?" I'm like, "Yeah, go to town on me, Mr. Hemsworth."
Take me now.
Yeah, is your brother available too? Eiffel Tower me.
Robbie wants to get double teamed by the Hemsworth brothers.
You wouldn't say no either. You're acting tough. You're not saying no.
I'm not acting tough just because I wouldn't fuck the Hemsworths or let them fuck me. I'm just like, they're people that I see wow, that's clearly a handsome fella. Doesn't mean I want them to fuck me, Robbie.
I'm looking for a Hemsworth bukkake.
Jesus. What about that third brother?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah.
Sure. I'm a family man.
All right. Sure. Cool. All right.
But all I'm saying is, like, in this movie, like, yeah, he's not as big as he is in Thor, but, like, he's still looking damn good.
Yeah, he's cut. He's, like, cut here. He's not, like, Thor big.
Yeah.
He's not, like, a big, scary muscle man.
Yeah, cum gutters.
Cum gutters.
I do like
Look,
the line.
No judgment. No judgment here.
Absolutely not. I wish I looked like that.
Oh, of course. A horse, of course.
I bet you he is. I do like earlier in the movie, Richard Jenkins says at one point, if they were creative, they wouldn't be in maintenance.
Yeah.
It's such a mean line.
Yeah. And then they win.
Yeah.
With the intern.
Because they keep picking the zombies or some shit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good stuff.
Well, they're in the basement and they're reading all the fucking shit. They're reading the diary. And Marty goes, I'm drawing a line in the fucking sand here. Do not read the fucking Latin.
And read it. And they're just like, okay. And he's the only one who hears it. He's like,
yeah.
What the? Did you guys hear that? And they're just like, oh, I think we should read this.
Yeah, because then as she's reading the Latin, the zombies pop up from the earth, and that's when the maintenance wins with zombie redneck torture family.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, sorry, they're very specific. You just had zombies.
Yeah. I think this movie does a great job with like covering itself with little lines like that, like the hair dye thing, and the Japanese subplot of like,
yes,
hey, they're the backup, or we're the backup because they're gonna win. Like the Japanese always win in these, like in this weird ritual that we have. And then you see later in the movie, like, oh, they failed. So now it's all on them. It's just good. It's good writing. This movie's written very well.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about that a lot, how many movies would benefit from just one line of dialogue.
Yeah, and this movie is very good at nonchalantly throwing little exposition here and there, and it clears up everything.
Yeah, because the Japanese, they're torturing a classroom of children with the ghost girl.
Yeah, and then they end up like holding hands and singing the
Yeah.
demon to a frog.
Well, it's also just very fitting of all those Japanese horror movies that you saw in like the early 2000s of like, it's the Ring. It's the girl from the fucking Ring,
Yeah,
basically.
it's the Grudge. It's the Ring. It's the Gring.
The the Gringo,
The Gringo.
starring Johnny Depp.
Is that a real movie?
No.
No.
I do like everyone when Jules is still sexily dancing, and this is long after she makes out with the wolf. And Marty's like, I have a theory about what's going on. Everyone's like, we're not listening to this.
Yeah.
We're out.
He calls it. He fucking calls
Yeah.
it. He's like, puppets.
Pop-Tarts?
Puppeteers.
Did you say we have Pop-Tarts?
She's like, no, you're high. You're high. So Chris Hemsworth and his girlfriend start macking it, and they're about to do some sex.
Yeah, they're doing the kisses. They're about to do the Fs.
Like they're pumping pheromones in there. They're like, yep, this is happening. And then a dagger through the hand. That shit'll sober you up real quick.
Yes, I'm still going though.
Robbie's finishing no matter what.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Well, I do like how they're all rooting for boobies at like the command center.
Yeah. But then like to kind of cover their asses morally, like the new guy is like, guys, this is weird. And they're like, we're not the only ones watching. This isn't just for us. Like, this has to happen.
Your basic human needs disgust me.
Yeah, your basic. It's great.
And then when they're making out, and Marty goes, he's got a husband bulge, pointing out his fucking boner.
Yeah, he's got a husband bulge. This crew of young adults take stab wounds like champs.
Yeah.
Like Chris Hemsworth gets a full blown like scythe to the back of his back. He yanks that shit out, and he's good. He's good to go.
Well, he's Thor.
That's true. And then what's his name? The stoner Marty. He gets the same thing to the back. Yoinks that out. He's good.
You don't actually see him yoink it out though. You assume he's dead.
Yes, you do. But then he like he dismembers that fucking guy.
I disemboweled him with a trowel or some shit.
Yeah. And what's his the flirty guy gets a bear trap to the back.
Yeah.
Yoinks that out. He's good. And then he gets one to the neck, and then he's not good. He's dead. Yeah. Which I did not see coming. Even like the third time. I was like, I forget how this guy dies. And then he's just like, yeah, it's all gonna be
Yeah. That was awesome. That Marty notices the camera and he thinks he's on the reality show.
Yeah. He's like, my parents are gonna think I'm a burnout.
Yeah, yes, yeah. And then of course a zombie drags him away and the blood spills into the ground. I really liked how that looked. The blood spilling into the different like not paintings, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Different silhouettes.
Like the cave drawings. Yeah, it's good. I think all the special effects look really good.
Oh yeah.
Also, that's once they get into the facility, that's a great looking Wolfman.
Yes, everything looked really good in the facility.
Yeah, it did. The Wolfman, especially though, looks like practical. Looks very cool.
Well, I like how as they start to try to make a break for it in the van, the girls defeat the evil spirit in Japan, the students.
Yeah.
And one of them has the line of, how hard is it to kill 9-year-olds?
Yeah. And he looks at he goes to every kid. He's like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
So good. And then they're driving. Thor dies when he fucking smashes into the wall.
Yeah, which they hint at with the eagle in the beginning.
Yes.
Or the hawk.
Which is awesome.
And, like, you kind of know it's going to happen. But, like, at the same time, like, at this point, he's sobered up. And he's like, I've done jumps bigger than this. Like, I'm going to get help. We're going to be okay. And it's like, oh, okay. Maybe he's going to get dead. He's dead. He's dead as fuck.
Yeah.
And they're like, what? And she's like, he was right. Marty was right. Puppeteers.
Yeah.
Good stuff. It's good stuff.
Such good shit. And then Hadley's giving his speech, or Bradley Whitford's giving his speech, and they walk in with the "Tequila is my lady."
Yeah, like midway through his
He's giving this very
speech.
somber speech.
Yeah,
Such
stuff.
good shit.
Yeah. So then they think Dana the Virgin is going to die, and they're like, she's optional anyway. We won. And then they're like,
Yes,
you're
they're
actually
celebrating as the zombie is like ripping her apart.
Yeah, and that scene transition is great, like with the party music going over her getting just torn apart by this dude. And then the phone rings, and they're like, "Hey, you missed one." And they're like, "Who?" And then boom, Marty, like an action hero, comes out. Look, it saves the day.
So
also,
good.
I read when looking for trivia that the actor who plays Marty is actually ripped. And
Really?
So they had to give him like baggy clothes and shit.
That's very funny.
Yeah, and that's why he didn't jump in the lake scene. They were like, because that would kind of ruin the character. Like,
Yeah, you'd be like, wait a second.
Why is the stoner bigger than Thor?
Oh shit, the stoner's got cum gutters too.
So they go into the facility, and I think the director talks to them through the loudspeaker.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Hey,
which
you guys."
The director reveal later is fucking amazing.
It's incredulous.
An amazing cameo.
They release all the monsters that are in the, and like while they're doing this, Dana realizes, she's like, "Oh, we picked our own fate."
Yeah,
and that's something that they say. The office workers say, they're like, "We play the game, like we rig the game as much as we can, but they all have to make these.
They have to make their choices, right?" Because she says they made us choose, and even earlier on, one of them says, "Like, how can you wager when you control the outcome?"
Right. So there's the moral dilemma, like how much in control are these people,
right,
when you're drugging them and whatnot. Although the harbinger in the beginning, where he's like, you go up there, you're gonna die, like,
yeah,
that like is also part of the ritual. But I feel like even Marty would at some point would have been like, that was weird, right? Like maybe.
Yeah, at some point they should have been like, we shouldn't.
That was ominous. Yeah, so they release all the spook daddies, the spook mamas. They go on a big old death bender.
That scene with all of the scary boys is great. With the woman shooting herself in the fucking head.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Yeah. Then like you see the room with all the monsters and the people getting killed, and then you see it after, and it's just covered in blood.
Covered in blood. I love it.
Wall to wall, just red.
Hadley's realization that he's going to be eaten by a merman is just come on. His delivery of come on is so good.
Yeah, it's great stuff. And then the other guy, he gets stabbed by Dana. Yeah,
Dana kills Richard Jenkins, who tells her to kill Marty, and she's definitely like, I'm going to do it.
Yeah. And she almost does.
Yeah. We have to save the virgin. She goes, I'm not a virgin. We work with what we have.
Yeah, we take what we can get. Yeah. The director, Sigourney Weaver.
So good.
Out, and she's like, you got to kill him to appease the gods. And Dana's like, all right. But then the Wolfman comes and gives her a big chomp. And then Marty fights off Sigourney Weaver. And one of the redneck zombies from the original cabin comes down right in the back of the head.
Yeah.
Kicks him off.
Right into hell.
Right into hell. And then they just sit and they wait for the world to end.
They smoke a J.
Smoke a big fat J.
I'm going to be honest. I'm smoking that J. I'm surprised not one of them was like, let's fuck.
Well, they were probably bleeding out.
Who cares? You're going to die anyway.
I don't know if you can maintain an erection if you're bleeding out.
It depends on how small your dick is. Less blood.
That's true.
Oh, Marty, thank God you have a micro penis. No one's ever said that to me before.
Well, why would they? Why would anybody say, thank God you've got a micro penis?
He's been dating little people.
Oh. I guess that's the one scenario.
They smoke a joint as a fucking hand comes out of the earth like the Eternals.
Yeah.
But this was much better than the Eternals.
Turns out the Earth is an egg.
Yeah. But this was an excellent movie.
Nice.
We worked it all back.
When I was looking up where to stream The Cabin in the Woods, right?
Yeah.
And the first thing that came up was an article, which immediately I was pissed. When you type a question like that into Google, all I want is the answer.
Hey, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Do you have a smart TV?
Yeah.
Just search for it on the smart TV.
You just search and it'll tell you
where
what
it plays.
app it's on?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that's how I found it.
Granddad Andy over here.
Yeah, I found it for free originally, but it was on an app and it was all in Spanish. And I got like 2 minutes in. And I was like, am I going to try this? I was like, I'm not going to try this. So it was it was a worthwhile $2 to rent on Amazon or whatever it was.
Yeah, it was $2 on Apple TV, whatever. But so this article then goes on to say, because I've read some of it, I was like, maybe it'll tell me where I can stream it. And it said, this movie is a gem, which I agree with. It's an underrated gem, right? That deserves a sequel. And to that I say, did you fucking see the movie?
How could there be a sequel?
The world ends.
How could there?
There should be a sequel. Fuck you.
Thanks. That's dumb.
Yeah, I guess you could do a prequel.
Yeah, but not just don't.
But then it's just a regular horror movie.
Yeah, I don't need the information. I don't know. No. Just leave it as it is. This was a great movie.
That's the thing. You don't have to like bleed every IP dry. Just fucking leave it. It's good.
Yeah.
Well, what would you give this movie out of 1,000?
I don't know. I would definitely watch it again. I love this movie.
Yeah, I like this movie a lot.
Definitely has my highest level of recommendation. This is such a fun movie.
Yeah. Also, I think it plays into horror is a genre where out of the box thinking is like praised.
Yes.
Where like in Hollywood, if like it takes decades for new shit to happen. Like you could see right now, everything is Marvelized in movies. But horror is still pushing to the next, like with everything Jordan Peele's doing, with everything A24 is doing, horror is the leader in new ideas. And I think this movie is another great example of that. Just like Scream, very meta, very smart, but also entertaining. Like just great stuff. Great ideas from all around great guys. Right?
Yep. From known all around great guys like Joss Whedon and Harvey Weinstein.
Yep.
Real cags.
Yep.
Well, this is 2 movies in a row we've done that kind of flip the horror movie trope on its head by telling you, like, we're talking about the script of the horror movie.
Yeah. Yeah. And they do it in very different ways.
Right.
Successfully. Very successfully. I think I enjoyed.
One explains why these horror movies happen. The other takes influence from the horror movies. It's cool.
Right. Yep. Great stuff. And I have a question. Why is everyone's first thing on their to-do list when they enter a room in the cabin to take off their shirt?
Because they're just sexy people.
That's right.
Questions. Aren't these people a little too old to be playing Truth or Dare?
How
like
old
they're in
are
like
they?
college.
Yeah, they're in college.
Like, I feel like you play Truth or Dare in like middle school.
Yeah, and like they're old enough to like be banging their professors, and it's not like a problem. Like it's a problem, but it's not like a you're going to jail problem.
Like, what are we doing here? I can also think that could just be tied off to them being like, That's just the pheromones that they're being released into the cabin.
Yeah, but Marty's a part of it too.
Yeah. So I just don't.
Maybe he's just, he's
going
just
along with it.
Yeah.
Questions.
If this movie ended in a different way, where the world was spared, would Dana turn into a werewolf?
That's a great question. They never really explain if those are actual like monsters or anything like that.
Yeah. Is that how werewolves work? You get bit by one, you become one? Okay.
It's a good question. I honestly don't know. I guess in that case, are the people who got killed by the zombies going to come back as zombies?
Yeah. Also, is that a werewolf? Because, like, is there a full moon out? Like,
I don't know.
he's on the ground, Maybe it's just a wolf man. Is there a difference?
Questions.
Hey, Kurt, or Thor, whatever your name is that swamp romantic? He's like, isn't this romantic? No. You're in a swamp. We already did Shrek.
I think it would have been a little more realistic if, like, they showed it, like, their intentions were, oh, this is going to be romantic. And then they get there and they're like, oh,
it's a swamp.
This isn't as romantic, but let's make the best of it.
Yeah. Let's fuck with the gators.
Yeah, let's fuck in the muck.
Questions.
The lever they pull to drop the blood into the grooves to appease the gods, is that filled with their actual blood, or is that like a blood reserve that they have once they die? The ritual is complete, no matter what blood goes in there.
That ties into my next
questions.
Because I was assuming it was the blood of the person who died, and if Marty didn't die, whose blood poured into the earth after his scene?
That's exactly my question. Yes. So I'm thinking they have like a reserve of like special old blood or something.
They just have blood just sitting in the earth.
Yeah. But like the gods know when that person isn't actually dead. Like you can't just pull those levers.
Yep. Just drinking blood like it's wine.
And they got a spit bucket.
Oh, God. Do you have any more questions?
I don't.
Me neither. What timing?
Wow.
Want to do some trivia?
I sure do.
At trivia. What animal does the guy at the gas station Mordecai compare the kids to when talking to the scientists? Sheep, lambs, geese, or flies?
Shit. Lambs.
It is lambs. It is definitely lambs.
Because it would be like somewhat biblical because he was
lambs to the slaughter. Lambs to the Sergeant Slaughter.
Nice. Lambs to the 80s hair metal band Slaughter.
Nice. Lambs to Sergeant Slaughter in the early 90s when he was an Iraqi sympathizer. Just go. Just ask your first trivia question.
What does Dana say before pushing the button to release all the nightmare creatures? Does she say, let's see how they like it? I'm done playing games. Let's get this party started, or fight fire with fire.
Is it fight fire with fire?
It is let's get this party started.
I'm coming out, so you better get this party started, right?
I'm coming up, I'm coming.
Finish this line. Come on, Jules. Life is risk, a game, a highway, or like a box of chocolates.
What are the first two?
Risk and game.
Game.
It's risk.
Ah, shit. The monster man with the drills and the golden orb. His name in the credits is Drillhead, Lingus, the master of BDSM, Fornicus, Lord of Bondage and Pain, or simply Golden Orb Man.
Is it just Golden Orb Man?
It is not. It is Fornicus, Lord of Bondage and Pain.
My God. Okay.
An obvious play on Pinhead.
Yes.
from that SpongeBob episode,
Nope.
Pinhead Larry.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, you nailed it.
Who you calling Pinhead?
What's the date in the diary that Dana reads in the cellar? Is it April 3rd, 1928, April 5th, 1906, April 7th, 1904, or April 4th, 1903?
I thought it was the 1800s. Shit. Okay, I'm gonna go 1903.
I need the full date, please.
I can't remember the full date.
You're right. It was because I only gave one from 1903. It was April 4th, 1903.
Sick. Who was considered for the role of the director in the movie? Like Sigourney Weaver's character, not the actual director.
Okay.
Okay. Bruce Campbell, Jeff Bridges, Robert Englund, or Winona Ryder?
I want to say Winona.
It was. Oh, I started the wrong one. It's Bruce Campbell.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Robert Englund is the guy who plays Freddy Krueger. So I figured that was a good choice. I'm
All right, that's
patting
cool.
myself on the back here.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the name of the zombie family? The Smiths, the Francos, the Buckners, or the Mantles?
The Buckners.
It is the Buckners, yeah.
Yeah.
The Fuckners.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. How many days did it take Joss Whedon and Drew Goddard to write this movie? 2, 3, 4, or 5?
3.
Correct.
Ooh, the best. What famous stoner does Kurt compare Marty to? Willie Nelson, Shaggy Rogers, Cheech Marin, or Tommy Chong?
It's either Cheech or Chong. Cheech.
Nope, it's Tommy Chong.
Ah! Ass me and my dick.
Oh boy, oh boy. One final question. What book is Marty reading in his room? The Very Hungry Caterpillar, Little Nemo, Everybody Poops, or the Kama Sutra?
Little Nemo.
It is Little Nemo, yes. That's the end of my trivias.
Oh, hell yeah, brother.
Ooh, yeah. You want to do some thongs?
That dong, da dong, dong, dong.
Ooh, that's just so scandalous. Gotta go to the bathroom and take a piss.
Nice.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-this. All right, let me flip this pick.
Like you gave up and just said doodly doodly doo. Shit.
All right, call it. Heads or tails?
Tails.
It's heads.
Ooh.
I'll go first.
Okay.
My song is called Work With What We Got. Yeah, I'm just gonna say that and then I'm gonna play the song.
Cool.
So here is my song's called Work With What We Got.
The cellar opens as we play truth or dare. Explore around a bit, I dare us all to go back upstairs. Something's going on and I've got a theory. He never acts this way, oh please listen to me. We've got dolls, we've got rings, magic conches and lifelike paintings. A group of teens, we work with what we've got. Who'd have thought we'd be foiled by pot? An ancient evil, a cult of doom, a one-way mirror hidden in a room. A group of teens in this day of sin will take the closest to a virgin. Beggars can't be choosers, and upstairs they understand. We do what we can when blood is in demand. A sacrifice to make, it's bigger all. Illusion of choice, but at the end they're gonna fall. We've got dolls, we've got rings, magic conches and lifelike paintings. A group of teens, we work with what we've got. Who'd have thought we'd be foiled by pot? An ancient evil, a cult of doom, a one-way mirror hidden in a room. A group of teens in this day of sin will take the closest to a virgin. Taxidermy make out, everyone is acting weird. They won't stop a man with a 6-foot bomb, 'cause he's someone they fear. Come to think about it, does he even have a cuz? Break out the tequila, 'cause I'm starting to lose my buzz. We've got dolls, we've got rings, magic conches and lifelike paintings. A group of teens, we work with what we got. Who'd have thought we'd be foiled by pot? An ancient evil, a cult of doom, a one-way mirror hidden in a room. A group of teens in this day of sin will take the closest to a virgin.
So that was my song, Work With What We Got. The verses are basically from the point of view of the teens in the cabin. Marty talking about nobody acts this way. Basically from the view of Marty, because like I said before, I think he's the person the audience is supposed to really relate to once we get to the cabin.
Yeah.
So the verses are really kind of from the point of view of Marty talking about what's going on here. Listen to me, please. He doesn't act like this. And realizing something's wrong. And then the choruses are really just from the perspective of Bradley Whitford and Richard Jenkins, and just talking about all these fun little things they have
Yeah.
at their disposal to commit murders and save the world.
Yeah.
Commit murders to save the world, the U.S. Army.
Nice. I like who'd have thought we get beaten by pot.
Yeah, I like that.
I like that.
Because it's so interesting that that's not something they ever considered. They're like, fuck, weed is what does us in.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it.
I also think that's a great twist because of all the times it was like, oh, the stoner's the dumb one, but in this one it's like, oh no, he's right.
Yeah, he's the only one who gets it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my song. Work with what we got.
Yeah.
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 Well, my song is called Puppets. And we'll talk about it after.
Stay a long weekend in the woods. Play our parts like we should.
puppets. I like that a lot. That riff is fire.
Wow, thank you.
I really like that riff a lot. I also love the puppet. You're a puppet. I'm not a puppet. I like that a lot.
Yeah, you could probably tell when the song starts and ends at two very different tempos because I did the drums in all one shot and I tend to speed up. And so that was originally, part of the bridge or chorus, whatever that part is. And I was playing it very fast. I was like, puppet, puppet, puppet. Yeah. But yeah, I figured it's got a secret 3/4 timing. Like it sounds like it's 4/4, but it's actually 3/4, and that threw me off.
Oh shit! It's a
for a little
secret.
bit.
I can't believe you just told everyone the secret.
It's sacred.
Oh, the sacred text, the sacred timing.
But yeah, I don't know. I picked up the guitar and I played that, and I was like, this is kind of like country twangy. I like it. So,
I liked it a lot.
yeah, thank you.
That opening riff is addicting.
Wow, thank you.
And that's a hook right there. It just draws you in.
I mean, it's just them being like, yeah, we're a part of this ritual. We don't know it. So like, yeah, we're making some of these choices, but like, we're not at the reins. And like,
They're like the American public in an election. The illusion of choice.
yeah, essentially. And yeah, that's it. And then the world ends. So maybe this movie is like low key about America and its elections and whatnot.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh
But
shit.
yeah, that's pretty much it. And then at the end, he chooses like, nah, I'm gonna live, even though I'm gonna die ultimately. Either way, I'm dead. So fuck it.
Yeah. If I'm dying, I'm taking everyone down with me,
Yeah.
and I can respect that view.
That's the thing. Like, I just respect. He doesn't fucking waver for a second. He's like, nah, I ain't dying for this shit.
What
great.
we're saying is we understand suicide bombers.
That's what you're saying. Well, yeah, that's it. That's my song, Puppets. Poupée, if you will.
Poupée.
Yeah. What are we doing next week? Robanzo Beans.
Oh, next week we are wrapping up. Boy, that movie sure was scary. October with The Fly.
Daddy Goldblum return.
Oh yeah, we're bringing back Daddy Goldblum. I'm glad we're clarifying that because everyone I've told that we're doing The Fly is like, are you doing the original? And I'm like, I should probably clarify with Andy that we're doing the Goldblum one because I've just been telling everyone it's the Goldblum one.
That's the Fly. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. It's like The Thing. You're not watching the 50s one. You're watching the one with Kurt Russell and his luxurious locks.
My favorite version of The Fly is the one from The Simpsons where Bart becomes the Fly.
I don't know that one.
It's a treehouse of horror.
Oh, tree house.
Yeah.
Well, which
A tree
which
casa
one?
of horror.
Nice.
Yeah, thanks. Don't ask me what number because I don't know the exact number.
1,000.
Sure. Treehouse of Horror 1000. Hasn't come out yet. Goes up to like 33 or 34. But yeah, let's say 1000.
Okay, Jesus.
Hey, Andy. So next week, The Fly is coming out on Halloween.
Sick.
What's your favorite Halloween
Absolutely
candy?
Sick. I like candy corn.
You like... Okay, it's crazy that your favorite Halloween candy, you immediately went to candy corn. Is that your favorite Halloween candy
I
or
don't
you
think
just
it's
like
my-
Halloween?
I'm
Okay.
just saying I like candy corn.
Liking candy corn is fine, but if you were going to die on the hill that was your favorite Halloween candy, I was going to be like,
I mean,
okay.
what else is a Halloween?
Okay,
candy?
just
'Cause, like,
candy.
there's
What's your
just-
favorite fucking candy?
Okay, dude is pissed.
Let's go semantics Andy over here. Samandy.
Some Mandy, that's good.
That's like
I
if
don't
someone
know.
was like, if someone asked you what's your favorite Christmas gift, are you gonna be like, oh, what ornament did I like the best? No, you're just gonna name your favorite gift you got on
well,
Christmas.
what if I got a gift on my birthday?
Okay, then I would ask you what's your favorite birthday. Yeah, I'll fucking break you. I'll break your neck. I'll break your throat. I'll break your larynx, and I'll break everything else that's in there.
Okay. I don't know. I like, it's good 100 grand bar.
Okay.
You gotta you need a glass of water because you'll choke to death. It just dries out your throat. so bad. But
Andy's
like,
just
I
eating
love it.
Popeye's biscuits.
Yeah.
Andy gives out Popeye's biscuits on Halloween. Enjoy, kids.
Look, honestly, that would be great if they're fresh. Hell yeah.
You think someone being how fresh you think they'd be if someone just handing them out to people on Halloween?
They're making like a trip to Popeyes every 20 minutes, getting fresh biscuits.
Hey, Popeyes, here's an idea. Give out biscuits on Halloween.
Oh man. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
There
What
you go.
about you? What's
Popeyes,
your
if you're
favorite?
listening.
What's your favorite Halloween candy or candy?
I'd probably have to go Almond Joy. I like Almond Joys a lot.
With the coconut?
Yeah.
Patooey.
Yeah, okay. You know, I wasn't judging that you liked candy corn. But you just immediately went with it as
I'm
your
judging.
favorite. But
Yeah, but
Almond
I'm
Joys are
judging.
much better than candy corn.
Look. You looking?
Yeah, I'm looking.
Okay. Almond Joy has coconut in it.
Yes.
Therefore, it is disgusting.
Hold on. Do you like cilantro?
Yeah.
I hate cilantro.
Huh. I heard that was like a genetic thing.
What? Like you have
Or
like an extra
something-
chromosome or something if you like cilantro?
I think you have one less chromosome.
I don't know how that work. How that would work.
I don't know. Apparently, you just don't like cilantro. Like, this is a medical anomaly. Your son's fine. All right. Well, what? All right. Almond Joy.
Yeah, I like Almond Joys, but I also like I like Crunch bars,
Crunch bars are good. Yeah.
and I also like peanut M&Ms.
Peanut M&Ms are very good. Yeah. Have you had what are they? They're like fudge brownie M&Ms.
No, Andy, I haven't.
Oh my God, Robbie, I'm so sorry.
I also haven't had a Crunch bar in a very long time.
It's in Crunch.
Yeah,
Oh, 'cause rice.
yeah, it's like the special rice they use.
Oh shit. I'm sorry. What about
Yeah.
a Milky Way?
I think I can have Milky Way. It's all right. I haven't had one in a very long time.
Yeah, Milky Way's hot fire.
I like paydays a lot. Paydays are the way to go.
Yeah, paydays are good. Yeah, how about a chocolate covered payday?
Never had one.
Ooh, girl, that's. Sometimes I just shove them in my ass.
Dad, do you even taste it?
No, but you just cut out the middleman, you know?
Nope. Because the middleman is your stomach.
I just shove it up my ass and then I shit it out.
Nice. Nice. So
And I
you
say,
really just
delicious.
put it in your ass and then just let it fall out.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice. All right. All right. What are you going to dress up as for Halloween this year?
Probably just like a very sexy man.
Oh,
I don't need it. I don't need a costume, Robbie. You understand?
Now, are people with your criminal record allowed to give out candy on Halloween?
It varies state to state.
Okay.
Makes
Makes sense.
I went with it that time, and it didn't feel good. Didn't feel right. All right. What about you? What are you gonna dress? I haven't put any thought into that at all.
I'm a 33-year-old man. I'm not going to dress up for Halloween.
Okay. Well, I'm a 31-year-old man.
I don't know. I was thinking about going as Vigilante from Peacemaker.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
with my brother going as Peacemaker.
Hot fire. That's a great show. You should watch that. I'm getting
did.
paid to say that. I'm talking to the
Oh, you were
audience.
okay. I was like, if I'm going as a character from the show.
You know what Warner Brothers should do? They should just give the entire DC universe to James Gunn to write, and just let him do it
They should give it to Bill Knife.
instead of James Gunn.
Yeah.
All right. Well, where can they find you on the socials, there, Robbie?
If you want gold like that, you can find me at Robert Corridor on Instagram and Twitter. Andy, where can they find the Royds on the socials?
You go to, well, on Instagram, you go to _Royds, ROYDS. You could also, we got YouTube, we got Twitter. What's our Twitter thing?
The Royds Band.
TheRoydsBand. You can find our music on Spotify and Apple Music, wherever you get your music. We got 2 albums and a Christmas song. They're hot fire. You can find our podcast songs on the Bandcamp. You go to theroyds.bandcamp.com. And
Yes,
then
indeedy.
Yeah. And you can find me on the Corn Hub
Nice.
at Corn Daddy.
There's definitely someone called Corn
for-
Daddy.
For sure. For sure. And it's me.
Yep. And it's just pictures of your shit with undigested corn in it.
Yep. I'm that kid that it's cold.
Nice. That will not be relevant by the time this comes out.
That's true. That's true.
The internet moves a mile a minute.
Yep.
All right, next week, everyone, we are doing The Fly. Bye, everybody.
Bye.